All right, let's get straight into it. The United States military is absolutely massive. But how massive exactly? Let's hit you with some fast facts, and I promise, there's a twist or two you probably didn't see coming. First up, the sheer size. The U.S. military is the largest in the world in terms of budget. I'm talking about a budget that's, get this, over $700 billion a year. And if you're wondering, that's more money than the next 10 countries spend combined. Now, when it comes to personnel, the number is just as wild. There are about 1.3 million active-duty service members, plus around 811,000 in the reserve components. That's like the entire city of Dallas. And then some, all wearing camo and ready for action. And the branches? Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, Space Force, Coast Guard. Yeah, Space Force is real, and yes, they do more than just float around watching satellites. They're actually crucial for stuff like satellite defense and GPS security. Let's talk tech. The U.S. military doesn't just have a lot of tanks and planes. It's got some of the most advanced gear in the world. For example, the F-35 fighter jet. It's stealthy, it's fast, and it's packed with gadgets straight out of a sci-fi movie. Or the Navy's aircraft carriers. These things are basically floating cities with their own zip codes and even their own air forces on board. But the military isn't just about power. It's also about presence. The U.S. has over 750 military bases in more than 80 countries, so no matter where you are in the world, you're probably closer to a U.S. military base than you think. Now here's something that might surprise you. A lot of military innovation actually ends up in our everyday lives. GPS? That started as a military project. The internet? Military again. Even microwaves were spun off from radar tech developed during World War II. And while the gear is impressive, the people are even more so. For every pilot in a fighter jet, there's a team of engineers, mechanics, and support staff making sure everything works perfectly. The military runs on teamwork. No one does it alone. Training is intense. New recruits go through boot camp, and then months or even years of specialized training. Whether you're learning to parachute out of planes, defuse bombs, or work on nuclear submarines, you're expected to be the best at what you do. But there are risks, too. Service members put their lives on the line, not just in combat, but in dangerous training exercises and humanitarian missions. The commitment is real, and so is the sacrifice. So why does the U.S. invest so heavily in its military? Part of it is defense, sure, but a lot of it is about being able to respond anywhere, anytime, whether it's a natural disaster, a peacekeeping mission, or a combat operation. Bottom line, the U.S. military is huge, high-tech, and built on teamwork. It's not just about having the biggest arsenal, it's about being ready for anything, anywhere. And honestly, that's what makes it so fascinating. All right, that's the Fast Facts Rundown. If you learned something new, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.